An adult hippopotamus can bite through the spine of a crocodile. It can hold its ground against a pride of lions. But it cannot reach the back of its own ear. And that is where its real enemies live. Ticks buried in the skin folds. Leeches fixed to the soft tissue between its toes. Flies laying eggs in wounds that never fully close. The most dangerous animal in the river is losing a war against creatures smaller than a grain of rice. Its only hope weighs less than a bar of soap. And it is already on its way. The pod rests in the shallows through the heat of the day. Two dozen animals packed shoulder to shoulder, half sunk in brown water. The water cools their skin. It also delivers their parasites. Leeches drift in on the current and anchor wherever the skin is thin. They settle behind the ear folds. They settle along the eyelids. They settle in the creases of the neck. Each one takes only a little blood. Together, they take it all day. Every day. The hippo has almost nothing to fight back with. Its legs are too short to reach its own back. Its neck is too thick to turn far. Its tail can flick. Its ears can twitch. And that is the whole arsenal. It rubs its flank against a sunken log. The leeches hold on. It submerges completely and waits in the dark water. The leeches hold on. It has tried everything. Late morning, a dry call rattles across the river. and a small shape drops onto the nearest back. A red-billed oxpecker. It weighs about as much as a hen's egg. Beneath it lies an animal thousands of times heavier. The hippo's ear gives one slow twitch. Nothing else moves. The bird tilts its head. Grips the wet skin with curved claws. And begins to walk down the slope of the neck. The red bill works like a comb. The oxpecker lays it flat against the skin and scissors through the surface. Sweeping side to side. It clears the ear folds first, then the rims of the nostrils, then the soft skin around the eyes. Ticks come out whole. Leeches are cut loose at the mouth. The bird moves in short bursts. A few steps, a spell of feeding, a pause to listen. The hippo lets its eyelids sink halfway. Not all of it is kindness. Where the skin is already broken, the oxpecker feeds at the wound itself. Blood is part of its diet. In many observations, these birds have kept small cuts open for days to keep the food flowing. The hippo tolerates it anyway. A raw patch the size of a coin is a fair price for a body cleared of parasites. Neither animal keeps score. The arrangement holds because both sides leave with more than they gave. Then the bird goes rigid. A hiss, sharp and repeated, straight into the hippo's ear. Downstream, a low shape has slipped off the bank. A crocodile riding the current. only its eyes above the surface. The pod reads the alarm before the ripples arrive. Heads lift, ears swivel, nostrils flare. The bull turns to face the movement, jaws open to their full width. The crocodile drifts closer, hangs in the current and lets it carry him past. He was never hunting hippos. But the river does not explain itself. Calm returns in stages. The bull settles. The calves surface. The oxpecker drops back onto the neck it left and picks up exactly where it stopped. By mid-afternoon, the change is visible. The hippo no longer flicks its tail. Its ears stop twitching. The skin behind them, raw this morning, lies flat and dry. It sinks until only its nostrils and the bird remain above the waterline. One bird cannot clean a pod alone, and it does not have to. Through the afternoon, others arrive. Singly and in pairs, until nearly every back carries its own worker. For the oxpeckers, the pod is not a job, it is a territory. A moving supply of food, defended from rival birds, harvested from first light to dusk. A single bird can eat hundreds of ticks in a day. Multiplied across the flock, across the season, the pod becomes something no hippo could make itself. Clean. The sun drops toward the far bank. The birds lift off in a loose line, red bills catching the last light, and beat upstream toward their roost. In the river, the pod barely stirs. Survival here is not decided by size alone. It rests just as often on small arrangements kept daily between animals that owe each other nothing. Tomorrow the leeches will drift in again, and a dry call will rattle across the water, right on time.